City team. So
Yeah, definitely. But the first half we planned to keep draw, and we were very near to that because we basically blocked them. They didn't have any chance in the first half. And then in 42nd minute, when you should close the game and go to dressing room, they got one present free kick, and Rommel did this basically is out of nothing because the player who he kicked was going out completely. And from this free kick, they score goal. This was the only way they could score. So instead to have 0-0, completely different game. And then second half also one individual mistake there at the side, changed the game completely. Then after this we need to take some risk, and this is why we changed the system. If you see that after the second goal we changed the system, we start to play more attacking, but this is why we concede third goal. So versus JDT, whenever you play open game, if you give them a little bit chances, they will score. They will punish.
so everyone knows when JDT you're playing with JDT, you don't want to drop points. I think all the other 15 teams, the 13 teams in the league will do that. So moving on, done and dusted this game, can we see more the second half KLCT in the upcoming matches?
You can see that first game that versus Penang, we have lots of chances, we scored lots of goals. It was much more attacking, and there was lots of other things in the game where we should score goals. So we have more chances, and this definitely, but this one depends on the opponent. You cannot play same game versus Penang and versus JDT, because if you play same game, your back will be open where they will punish because they have this quality.
Coach, despite the result, do you think your players will manage to execute what you wanted from this game?
They were executing first half, yes. Whatever we plan in the dressing room, they execute, except this funny, let's say, free kick, unnecessary free kick.
Does your player give JDT easy way?
I don't think that they didn't have chance, and they become frustrated once somebody block you. You know, for them also they want to play open game and they want to score, but they never enter penalty box. They enter penalty box one time, and they enter only from free kicks. So they didn't have any chance. So this is where you cannot say that this is what we planned. And after second half, of course, that you want to change the game or is to try to win the game. But then didn't go that way. That was 3 minutes short of the plan. 3 minutes, that a lot. One free kick is a lot in a life. And after his own goal.
A day before the game, you said that maybe the weather and pitch can help KLCT for tonight.
There was no difference because it was raining, it was very soft, and there was not much difference. Maybe helps a little bit because they cannot pass the ball smoothly.
Coach, moving on, what would you take from this match to the next match?
Look, last year also we start like that. We have very tough draw at the beginning, and we go match by match. This is always, we need still to gel in. The new guys need to gel in. I'm expecting more from them, but they need time for that. So we need to focus on next game.
When you first came to KL, your defensive was very good. Last season was very good. This season, concede first two matches. So I don't think you were happy.
Last year was okay, same way, if you remember. So we were also same way, but we are maybe team like this need time to start rolling.
Coach, you lost 5 points at home. Is it worrying?
Well, it's not. Look, just now I said same thing last year, also the same thing. So we will win points somewhere away. The only thing is we need to minimize these mistakes that we're making defensively.
Overall this season, even JDT, the score is 3-0, but I don't think they're really firing on all cylinders. It's across the field. All the 13 other teams, 14 teams, still not really playing the real game. Maybe Sabah is doing well, free scoring. Do you think every team in the league have this season the gap is closer?
But definitely will be closer gap between the teams, but the only thing is you will see this after 10 matches, not now. Because, for example, you see now Terengganu, us, we playing against each other, there is few tough matches. So, of course, when you get easier games, you will collect points. I think Sabah played Kelantan, and last match they played PDRM. So this is two teams that come from Premier League and definitely are not level of teams in Super League.
So no worries, still long way to go.
Still long way to go. So
Push after Malaysia Cup 2021, you lose 4 times with Deriki with a minimum 3 goals. It seems that Deriki already studied and analysed your gameplay or something else. Do you have any plan to fix that?
versus them, time will come. We will definitely fix when we need. Today was, as I said, no problem first 45 minutes, but problem was these individual mistakes which you need time to fix. This is always at the beginning of the season, we always have this problem. Same last year, same 2021, second half of the season was much better.
Right, coach. After this, we will go to Terengganu and we will face the ex-club of JJ Kipre. So is that the reason why he is absent on the bench and on the team?
He is absent because he got fever.
Right, so from today's match, you put Ray Lambert, which is naturally is left back in the center back. Do you think that that's a little bit give opportunity for JDT to score and create more chances?
If you see that he played also last game at that position because we didn't have the other player, because both our stoppers were injured.
Is it a normal fever potentially, or will be ready for Terengganu?
He had fever yesterday, and so today he couldn't play. We will see how he feels tomorrow. If he's okay tomorrow, then maybe he can play.
From what we see this season, KL like added to the new formation. Sometimes when attacking 3-5-2 and when defend 5-2-3. Last season we can see you play 4 play in the back. I mean like 2 centre back and 1 right back. Is it KL the way they play this season will change?
And sometimes depends on opponent, but it's always you need to have 2-3 plans.
So all your plan were used today?
Yeah, both plans were used because the first plan was working with the 3 at the back, but then didn't work attackingly enough. But then second half when we supposed to change was already 1-0 down, so it's different game. Then you must risk.
I have to ask you again, especially with JDT, everyone, we know they are a class above. So how much closer is the gap? Taking aside the goal scoreline, how close is the gap? Because again, I feel that they are different from last season. They have quality individuals, but as a team, they're still not there yet.
They are much more dangerous in counter-attacks. They are much more direct. Last year they will hold the ball, but they were holding the ball around and around, which was, I think that this year are more dangerous because they are more direct. If you see when they win the ball, their transition up is much better. And defensively they are better organized this year.